quality control, that is introduction to quality and quality tools. Okay, so today we are going to see these contents, definitions of the quality. It has various definitions that we will see one by one. Then the dimensions of quality. Okay, these quality from the of the manufactured products and regarding service industries that we will see. Okay, and next, cost of quality, value of quality, Deming's 14 points. Who is Deming? That we will see in our upcoming slides. Okay. Then PDCA. What is this PDCA? What is PDSA? That we will see. And later we are going to see the Juran's trilogy, 7 quality tools. Okay. So these we are going to see in our today's lecture. Okay, so as first of all that due to some college work I was unable to take your Zoom lecture, that's why I have uploaded the video lectures. So now we are going to see all these. Now we are taking this lecture online. Okay, so let us see first of all the definitions. So here you can see there are many definitions of the quality. Okay, so from Weber's dictionary, quality is nothing but a degree of excellence of a thing, and quality is nothing but a fitness for use, which is said by the Juron. And Crosby, he says that quality is nothing but conformance to the requirement. And the Dr. Deming, as per Dr. Deming's, the quality definition is it is nothing but a predictable degree of uniformity and dependability at the low cost and suited to the market. And as per ASQC, that is American Society, ASQC, that is American Society for Quality Controls, it says that the totality of features and characteristics of a product or services that bear on its ability to satisfy given needs. This is what the various definitions of the quality. Okay, so next we will see the dimensions of quality. Okay, so whatever the product is there, if it is after manufacturing the product, we are expecting such qualities in manufactured product. First one, that is performance. It is nothing but it is a basic operating characteristics of a product. That means how a car is handled, for example, how a car is handled and its mileage. Okay, so this is the performance first dimension of the quality of a manufactured product. Okay, that means this is the operating characteristics of a product, that the product how it perform. Okay, next characteristics is the features. Okay, this is one of the dimension of the quality of a manufactured product. That means the extra items which is added in a basic features, okay, such as leather interior in a car or the features of any product. Okay, that feature is nothing but a dimension of your quality. Next dimension is the reliability. So reliability is nothing but the ability of a product to perform a specific operation under stated condition for a stated period of time. Okay, that means, see, if there is a bulb in your home or the tube is there, it has some life. Okay, or if you take the example of your bike, there is a life of your tire. After that you are supposed to replace the tire. Okay, so that nothing but, say for example, after 20,000 or 25,000 you are supposed to replace the tire. Okay, that is the life of a tire. Okay, it is nothing but the reliability. Okay, that means up to 20,000 or 25,000 you can you can drive your bike, but after that you are supposed to replace your bike's tire. Okay, so it is the probability of a product will operate properly within an expected time frame. Okay, here the example of TV is given. Okay, see, suppose if you have taken any TV, so it should work without repair for about 7 years. Okay, so this is what the reliability of this TV. Okay, so next dimension, that is conformance. It is nothing but a degree to which a product meets pre-established standards. Okay, that means whatever the standards we set for the product, it should meet the pre-established standards of that product. It is nothing but the conformance. Durability, it is nothing but how long product lasts before replacement. It means whatever the product you take, that manufactured product should be a durable. Okay, that means it should durable for the long time. Okay, and the next dimension is serviceability. Okay, it is nothing but easy of getting repairs, speed of repairs, courtesy and competence of repair person. That means suppose if you have taken any product, say for example, let us take the example of Vayu, laptop Vayu. Okay, now you may heard that that is in market there is a Sony's Vayu laptop is not available right now. Okay, because they due to some reason they have stopped the production. Okay, as per my knowledge. So even though after they have stopped the production, it should be get easily repaired. So this is what the accepted. I mean, this is what the acceptable. It is nothing but the dimension of a quality, means serviceability. Whatever the product you get or you buy, it must be easily repaired. Okay, and whatever the repair time is there, it should be low. Okay, so this is serviceability. It is one of the dimension of the quality of the manufactured product. Okay, next, aesthetic is also one of the most important factor. Okay, normally whenever you purchase any bike, car, you some people may focus on the aesthetic. Yeah, this is what sporty look, this is ordinary look, so this also matters. Okay, aesthetic, it is nothing but how a product looks, feels, sounds, smells or tastes. So it is the aesthetic, it is the one of the dimension of a manufactured product. Okay, next, safety. This is also one of the major factor. Okay, say for example, if you have visited any showroom to purchase a four-wheeler, at that time, from safety point of view, on which parameter you focus. Okay, so just safety point of view, if you are purchasing four-wheeler, okay, so I have asked one question here. If you want to purchase any four-wheeler, then which part you expect? Yeah, this should be present from safety point of view. Yes, just give me the answer in chat. Okay. In chat, I have asked one questions that if you are purchasing four-wheeler, then which part you expect that, yeah, this is safety point. Just give the answer. Yes, safety point of view. Yes, right. Yes, yes, right. Okay, so if you consider the four-wheeler, you consider the airbags, right? Okay, so airbag is the safety part. Okay, that you expect in four-wheeler. So the safety is one of the dimension of the quality of the manufactured product. That is, it is the assurance that customer will not suffer injury or harm from a product, and especially important consideration for automobiles. Okay, so safety is one of the most important factors in the automobiles, the manufactured product. Okay, next, perceptions, the subjective perceptions, which is based on the brand name, advertising and the like. Okay, so this depends on the customer. We say that, yeah, these brands, say, let us consider again the automobile example. We say many times, yeah, this brand's bike is good, or that brand's four-wheeler is good. So these are the perceptions, okay, which is related to the manufactured product, and it is one of the dimension of the quality. Now, till now we have seen the manufactured products dimensions. Now we are going to see the service industries. Okay, the dimensions of quality of the service. First is time and timeliness. That means how long must a customer wait for service and is completed on time. Okay, say for example, service. If you have visited, say service industry is different, is there. We'll take the example of the hotel. Okay, if you visit any hotel or restaurants, then if you give the order, then it is expected that it should deliver it as soon as possible to you. Okay, but many times it not happens. The customer disappoints. So what happens? It adversely affect the quality of the service. Okay, so whatever the order you give, it should fulfill or it should deliver within a time. So due to that, what happens? Yeah, we can say that yeah, it is having a good service. They are providing a good service. Okay, so regarding service industry, this is one of the major factor, that one of the major dimension, that is time and timeliness. Second, that is completeness. Okay, that means is everything customer asks for provided. That means whatever the order is there, it should be fulfilled completely. That means yeah, only initially the partial order is fulfilled and remaining we are in process, it is not expected. Okay, so it is having a poor quality, and in good quality in service industry, that the completeness is needed. Courtesy, that means how the customers are treated by the employees. Okay, or the catalog or phone operators are nice or voice pleasant. Means these are related to the service industry. Okay, as again we'll see the example of the hotel or restaurants. If means this is regarding the customer which is treated by the employees, or you can say that the how the waiters behaves with the customers. If he behave good and well with the customer, then customer comes again and again in that hotels. If he behave adversely with the customers, then the customer again do not enter into their hotels or restaurants. So it affects the service of these hotels. So this is the example, and these are regarding phone operators. Means whenever you get the call from any of the service industry, that means how their voice are pleasant or arrogant, it also matters for the service industry. So these are nothing but the dimension of the quality of the service industries. Okay, next, consistency, that is the same level of service provided to each customer each time. And the next, that is the newspaper delivered on time every morning. So for service industry, the consistency is important. Okay, let us again take the example of hotel or restaurant. Okay, so whenever you visit, every time the hotel, the same treatment, if you get, then you satisfy. And if it is not, the consistent treatment was not given to you at every time in the hotel, then it affects the hotel, the service industry. Okay, say for example, the newspaper. Okay, as you know that early in the morning you need a newspaper, either you or your parents. Okay, so if you get regularly the newspaper, then there is a no problem. And if what happens, one day you will get, today you will not get, next day you will get, and the next day, if you will not get the newspaper, then there is a no consistency. Then what you will do? You will say that yeah, let us change the delivery person. We will choose another delivery person to deliver a newspaper. We will say in such a way. So it affects the service. So these are the important points. These are the important dimensions of the quality regarding the service industry. Next, accessibility and convenience. That means how easy to obtain a service. Does a service representative answer your calls quickly? Okay, so accessibility and convenience should be there for a service industry. Next, Accuracy, is the service performed right every time? Is your bank or credit card statement correct every month? So the accuracy is important for a service industry. These are related to say for the banking industry. Okay, that means whatever your credit card statement or bank statement, it should be correct. The accuracy must be there. Okay, otherwise it affects the service industry. Responsiveness, this is also one of the major dimension of the quality of the service industry. It is nothing but how well does the company react to unusual situations, how well is the telephone operator able to respond to a customer's questions. So responsiveness and accuracy is important over here. Okay, say if you make any call regarding to the telephone operator regarding any problem, say for example you have any network issue, and if you call to the customer care, so it depends that how the response you will get. So the quality of the service industry depends on that responsiveness also. Okay, if you get good response, you satisfy, then you can say that yeah, good quality is there. Okay, so these are the major dimensions of quality of the service industries. Okay, before we have seen the dimensions of quality of manufactured product, now we have seen the dimensions of quality of the service. Next, it is nothing but the cost of the quality. So quality cost is a significant part of the quality assurance. So its identification, measurement, analysis, and management become very important aspect. So quality costs are the result of factory operations and support operations. Okay, so if we see the cost of quality, there are two major factors. First one is the cost of poor quality, second one is the cost of good quality. Okay, and the cost of good quality is nothing but to is the prevention to overcome the failure. Okay, the cost of good quality includes a prevention to overcome a failure. To achieve a good quality, there are further two costs: prevention cost and appraisal cost. Okay, this is for cost of quality. To achieve the good quality, it includes prevention cost, appraisal cost, and next we have seen that the cost of poor quality. Okay, this cost of poor quality regarding the failure, which includes the internal failure cost, external failure cost. Okay, so let us see in detail. First one, that is the prevention cost. Okay, it includes the quality planning cost, the cost of developing and implementing quality management program. Okay, to overcome the failure, this is needed. It also includes the product design cost, cost of designing products with quality characteristics, process costs, cost expended to make sure productive process conforms to quality specifications, training cost, cost of developing and putting on quality training programs for employees and management, information cost, that is the cost of acquiring and maintaining data related to quality and development of reports on quality performance. So these are nothing but a prevention cost. These are the preventions to overcome the failure. Okay, and it includes the example of the quality planning, supplier evaluation, new product review, error proofing, quality education and training. Okay, this training is must or this is required to prevent or to reduce the failure. So these are the one type of cost of good quality, that is the prevention cost. Next, it is nothing but a appraisal cost. Okay, so it includes inspection and testing, that is the cost of testing and inspecting materials, parts and product at various stages and at the end of process. So this appraisal cost includes the cost of testing and the cost of the inspection, and this inspection is carried out at various stage. It means while the material enters into the industry, the inspection is performed, means whether as per requirement the material is there or not. To check that, the inspection should be performed of the inspecting of the incoming materials. It also at different stages the inspection required, first at the material, then at the part, and then at the end of the manufactured products the inspection is done. Okay, why? Only to reduce or to prevent any failure or to overcome the failure of the product. Okay, next, test equipment cost, the cost of maintaining equipment used in testing quality characteristics of product. So it includes the equipment cost. Okay, whatever the equipment we uses in lab, okay, that that lab's equipment cost is there, because the whatever the instrument which used in the testing lab, okay, so that equipment's cost is included in a test equipment cost. Okay, next is operator cost, that is the cost of time spent by operator to gather data for testing product quality, to make equipment adjustment to maintain quality, and to stop work to assess quality. That means the operator cost, the operator who manufactured the product, okay, so whatever how much the time he spent to manufacture that product, that is nothing but a operator costs. Okay, all these costs are in appraisal cost now, and these two costs are related to the cost of good quality. Okay, that means prevention to overcome the failure. Okay, so next we will see the failure cost, that is internal failure cost and external failure cost. So here the another factor, the cost of poor quality, which includes the internal failure cost. Here you can see the scrap cost, that is costs of poor quality products that needs to be discarded, including labor, material, and indirect cost. Okay, that means if you are performing one of the operation on the part, and if the quality of product is not meeting the requirement, then first of all in industry what they do, they try to repair it first of all, and if it is not possible to repair that product, then it is sent for a scrap. Okay, same happens about the labor. What they will do in labor, they also give the chance, they give the training labor to improve his skill, and if he is not able to improve his skill, then the labor is also they remove from the work. So this scrap cost includes the poor quality product. Next, rework cost, cost of fixing defective products to conform to quality specifications. Okay, at the inspection stage, part is taken. If it is meeting all the requirement, then it is accepted. And if rework is possible, again it is sent for rework. And in rework, as here you can see, it is having some cost to fix the defective product. So that rework cost is considered over here. Scrap cost, rework cost. Third is process failure cost. That is the cost of determining why production process is producing poor quality product. Okay, that means if operator is also good, the material is also good, still if there is defect in the part, then there must be a problem in the production process. That means if means the whether the tool is there, if it is proper or not, then it is also the process failure cost. Okay, next, process downtime cost, cost of shutting down productive process to fix problems. Okay, so many times what happens, if you purchase a good quality product, say for example, let us take the example of the machine, of the lathe machine. Okay, if you have taken good quality of lathe machine, then you will get a good product, and the life of machine is also more. Okay, and if you have taken one of the ordinary lathe machine, okay, And if the again the maintenance of the machine is rising day by day, so due to that what happen, the machine, first of all you are supposed to stop that machine working of that. So due to that what happen, it affects overall the production process. So it is nothing but a process downtime cost. Okay, next, price downgrading cost. It is nothing but cost of discounting poor quality products, that is selling products as seconds. So this is what happens. This is happens many times. Okay, so I think you have seen many products. Okay, we normally say is that second hand products. Okay, which is having a less cost. Say if any mobile is manufactured or any product manufactured, and if it is having poor quality. Okay, so as you all what you did, you have spent lot of money on that product, and still if it is not meeting the quality, then it is difficult to scrap or rework. Then at that time, if quality is poor, at that time you can sell that product but at low cost. So that cost is nothing but price downgrading costs. Okay, and the next is external failure cost. So it includes the cost of this cost is associated with the defects that are found after the product is shipped to the customer. Okay, so this includes customer complaint cost, that is the cost of investigating and satisfactorily responding to a customer complaint which is resulting from a poor quality product. Say for example, in many times what happens on we purchase some products from the online, but if the purchase the product is poor quality, what we'll do, first of all we call to the customer care and we say that yeah, we got this product but this is having a poor quality. So company what will do, they will say that yeah, return the product, we'll give the another product. Okay, when this product goes to the in the industry, then what the company will do, they investigate what is happening behind this product, the poor quality product. So it includes the cost of the investigating, cost of investigation, that is the customer complaining cost. Next, product return cost. So if you return any product, it includes the cost of handling and replacing the poor quality products which is returned by the customer. So for example, as I said earlier, if you purchase any product and if it is bad, what you will do, you will return the product. So whatever these courier charges and handling charges, this also includes in a external failure cost. Okay, it includes in a external failure cost. It is nothing but a product return cost. Next, warranty claims cost. It includes the cost of complying with product warranties. So many times what happens, due to the poor quality product, the maintenance occurs within warranty period. Okay, so what do we do with claims during warranty period? So whatever the cost of the warranty, it is associated with the external failure cost. Next, product liability cost. It is litigation cost resulting from product liability and customer injury. Okay, that means if you purchase any product and if it is the injury occurred to a customer due to the product, then this includes the product liability cost. Next, that is the lost sales cost. Costs that is incurred because customers are dissatisfied with poor quality products and do not make additional purchases. Okay, this is what important point nowadays, because in e-commerce business right now you are seeing that various sales are going on. Okay, yeah, we buy these companies sales, that company sales, these billion days, those billion days, it is going on currently. So what you do, first of all, you purchase if any product from that online e-commerce site, and if you get a good response or good quality product, then what you will do, you will obviously recommend to others, yeah, I have purchased from this site and I am getting the good quality of product. And if any what is there, they can, you can say you can recommend to anyone that yeah, I have purchased two products from this site and one of the product was defective. I made call and they returned me the another good quality product. So mouth publicity is there. Okay, so if the good quality product is supplied to the customer or given to the customer, then obviously customer what they will do, they order every time from that website, that e-commerce site. Okay, because initial experience was good. Because initial, yeah, initial experience was good, that's why customer recommends to others and the customer also purchase other products from the same company. Okay, so if the poor quality, then customer what they will do, they purchase only initially and later they refuse to purchase the product from the same company. So this affects the sales of the company. Okay, so company what it does, it loses the sales of the product. Okay, so this is what we have seen till now. Okay, so today we are going to stop over here. Next time we'll see the value of quality, cost of quality, also Fleming's